We've all had that moment teaching a child to be a great peer, take turns, or ask to join a game. And despite hours of work, it just doesn't stick. So, what if we could combine two powerful strategies, behavioral skills training and video modeling, to make social skills not only learnable, but also memorable? In this episode, we're diving in how to pair these two evidence-based methods to create real, functional, and lasting social skills.
Hi, I'm Shira.
And I'm Shayna.
We are behavior analysts who create weekly content about how to teach kids with autism so that they make real progress. And we create shareable resources to make your job just a little easier. Today's topic is all about using BST and video modeling to teach social skills. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on new video releases.
So, those of you who know me or have just heard me talk over and over again, you'll know that I'm a really big skier. I'm actually an adult ski racer, and it's super fun. And I really encourage any of you guys to do it if you know how to ski. That's not the point. The point is that my coach, I have an individualized coach, and my coach will give me feedback and he will say, Shayna, do this or do that and what have you. And, I think I look like a rock star and I'm like, of course I'm doing this. And then he gives me feedback and I try, but I'm really not doing it. And it's not until he gets his video camera out and he's like, Shayna, look at this. And I go, ooh, yeah, you're right. I do need to be doing this a little bit more. And when he uses that video, it really helps me to become a better skier and I can actually see it in my time in the race course. So it's pretty super cool. So this was a few years ago, but we started thinking about, well, if this is helping during skiing and I'm sure other sports as well, why can't we use it with the people we teach?
So let's start by talking about what is BST. We love our acronyms, and it stands for Behavior Skills Training. So this is an evidence-based approach to teaching. It's not just social skills. It's how we do some staff training. It's how we teach a lot of skills. And what's involved in BST is 4 parts. It includes instruction, modeling, rehearsal, and feedback. And we often will use it for teaching social skills because what we'll do is explain the rationale. So why it's important to, join a game or to greet somebody. And then we'll model, we'll show them what to do. Then we'll have them practice, which is the rehearsal, and then we're able to give feedback. And this happens on a loop repeatedly. We'll do this many, many times. We talk a lot about BST on one of our other episodes, so go and check that one out.
Then we can talk about video modeling. So, what is video modeling and when do we use it? A lot of times we'll use video modeling for, say, for instance, for teaching life skills. If I have a student I want to learn how to brush their teeth, I might actually show them a video of someone brushing their teeth appropriately and having them brush their teeth as well. Or I might use video modeling for play skills and have them watch, a video of someone playing with toys and going through play sequences and that kind of thing, and then having my student then complete the play routine. So that's really video modeling. And what are the benefits of that? That would be things like, visual. A lot of our kids are visual learners. A lot of them really like screens. And, being able to watch a video that is, the same, it's predictable, it can be repeated over and over again, and can look like the natural environment can work really, really well for a lot of behavior.
And we also love things that are evidence-based, and video modeling is one of them.
Right, you're going to say we love acronyms, and we love our acronyms.
So let's just say VM for short. But no, seriously. So why would we combine BST and video modeling? So if you remember, the 4 components of BST are instruction, modeling, rehearsal, and feedback. And that modeling really is the crux of the teaching. So much happens within that modeling, and you can model in so many different ways. But we've just heard how effective video modeling is. So we'll often use that for the modeling phase of BST. And the reason is that it's so much more engaging and interactive. There's also research to support that kids who are watching other kids around the same age of them act out certain skills within video modeling has a higher chance of them using the skills. So they're more engaged watching people of their own age. It also lets us do like a lot of things. Like we all have cameras on our phones now. And so we could take little short clips. It could be funny. It could be silly. Sometimes we'll even act out like the wrong way to do it and then act out the right way to do it. Or sometimes it's really funny when the instructors are acting it out and then the kids take a turn acting it out. So it really is just like a really fun and meaningful way to do this modeling phase of BST.
So it's interesting, Shira, that you said that you give the instruction and then the model would be the video model, which for sure. We were doing that in a social skills class, just kind of as an aside. I was teaching some social skills groups with kids who were learning conversation skills and learning some body cues and, body facing the speaker, that kind of thing. And we were practicing and I was showing them some video models and having them do it. And then I thought, wait a second, like I have a camera in my hand. Why don't I just video them doing this? And what was actually really, really effective, even more effective than that video modeling piece of it and watching other peers do it, was watching themselves do it. And instead of doing the video model in the modeling piece of it, we actually did the modeling piece in the feedback piece. So we would use, the instruction, talk like very little, but here's a little bit of information on it. The modeling piece, whether it's okay, you go up and act it out, or sure, watch some other peers doing it, and then giving them the rehearsal, that time to practice. But I would video during the rehearsal piece and then show them the video during the feedback piece. And that was incredibly effective because they were seeing themselves and getting that feedback. Now, the hard part is with that feedback piece, really making sure that you can give that feedback effectively, because I'm not sure if you've, taught some social skills groups before where you're like, ooh, like I could give 20 feedback things. Like, look at this video. Like, what's right about this video? There's nothing right about this video. Like, where do I start? Right. But we have to make sure that the video is really positive, and having, watching video, even of myself, like me watching video of myself, it's cringy. Like I hate doing it. So I can imagine our learners as well. So typically what we'll do is when we show them the video, we really pair it with praise and, wow, look at what you're doing right. And hey, look at this. This is really cool. I love the way you did that. That was a really funny joke. That was really cool. And giving a lot of praise at the very beginning. And if there is something to work on, giving them one tiny little piece of feedback and that's it. And let's really work on that one tiny piece until they get that solid, and then moving on to another piece of feedback. So that combining the BST and video modeling can definitely happen in the modeling phase of it. But also what I'm recommending is doing it in the rehearsal / feedback phase of it. And that's where it becomes really, really effective as well. And there's lots and lots of research articles on video modeling and the effectiveness of that. I would love researchers. I'm not a researcher, I'm practical, but like I'm more in practice. But any researchers out there listening to this, please do some more research on this, because in our practice, we've seen this really work and we've got data. We just don't write it up. We probably should, and I'm guilty of that. But please let's get some more research out there on that piece of it.
And you mentioned giving only, one specific small amount of feedback. And I think that's important in this whole conversation, because sometimes it's easy to take a video and use BST and video modeling to teach a whole bunch of skills at once. But it's going to be really hard to pick that up in a video of what exactly you're looking for. And so pick one very small skill to start with and narrow it down to, like, this week we're going to be talking specifically on this skill and what that looks like and talking about this skill. And don't bunch a whole bunch of skills all together unless the learner is ready for that. But for sure, at first, start with something that can be very clear that we're working on this skill through BST and video modeling. There are some really great video modeling, curricular software out there that we love. One of them is Model Me Kids. They break it down. They break down these skills into really nice, small, bite-sized chunks so that, the learner is looking for like one specific thing in each video. There's also something called Everyday Speech, which is another online video modeling curriculum. And again, video modeling in and of itself is not enough. We do want to make sure we're pairing that with BST, with the instructions, with the feedback and the role play and the constant practice. They're not just going to learn from osmosis by watching the video, while that would be nice, continuing to give them that feedback and that practice.
For more information on using BST and video modeling, click the link on or around this video and in the description to claim your free download on using BST and video modeling. We also encourage you to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos, and leave a like and comment below if you have further questions.